once again, thank you for joining us for another episode on the Next Up podcast in Danica Studios. So today we are having Dube Umtembos Dembayo, our one and only master of ceremony, Liamazi SAPC one yake pume on every platform in Africa siyake simbone. So Mr. Dube sizacela kabanzi ukuthi esijo yena ukuthi ungubani before we go further ngento leyo.
Thank you so much for having me here. My name is Obert Dube. I wouldn't want to disclose my age. I think it's none of our business. Proudly Zimbabwean. I'm Ndebele from Ndebele community. My parents are all Ndebele, so I would declare myself as Ndebele. Born, bred, and raised in Lupani. That's where I come from. That's where my roots are. That's where my umbilical cord is. I think that's all about myself.
Okay, so enough about yourself. Sesithanda ukuthi size kabanzi on the local is lekker kind of thing. What do you say about the Wange district? What do you say about Victoria Falls? What do you think about Victoria Falls community hiring people from the Victoria Falls community, especially the youth which are coming up next up podcast?
I think Victoria Falls was living like an island, or we're still in an island whereby we believe in foreigners coming in Vic Falls. I'm saying I'm foreign, I'm saying the contextual meaning of what we're talking about is Victoria Falls. Anyone who didn't grow up here, coming from outside, having businesses here, hiring their own relatives, their own friends, people of their own tribes who come here, and later they employ their own people in Victoria Falls. Victoria Falls people are mostly used. They are not recognized as important people. You go to any organization that you may name of, you look at their staff. You will never get what I can call 50%, but it's 90 or 99% of their staff is from outside Victoria Falls, outside Wange district, outside Matawele North province, which means I don't know what criteria do they use to employ. I think it needs someone who can scientifically prove their criteria that they use when they're employing.
Okay. So Mnumzana Dube, Mr. Dube, Tembos Tembayo. So I hear you on a lot about Indaba Yoguti. These people are not hiring local. Ne? So I want to understand Uguti, is it because incha Vic Falls, is it because the community of Vic Falls are not educated? Norma, it's because of some other reasons. What do you say about that?
If you're saying community of Victoria Falls is not educated, I'll call that one, it's a freak, that's a whim, that's a satire. There's nothing like that. There are people who are employed here who don't have a qualification that I have. But I didn't get a job because of other reasons that maybe they're under the carpet. What I think is managers who are managing companies here, should I say hotels, they're not from this province. In that regard, they don't employ locals, they bring their own relatives who are always past using this night, I suppose. We see them. That's where we meet them. I'm looking for a house to rent. Share water. Kingdom. 3 years back, I was in a hotel talking to someone. So someone who was born here in Vic Falls, whether you are Nambia, you are Shona, Tonga, they speak all those languages. But someone who could say, you can easily tell this person it does not belong to this province. So management import labor. When they want casuals, those people who work for a day or so, that's when they can employ locals. But when they are permanent jobs, they do not employ locals. One day there's a company, I won't mention their name for their dignity. There was a vacancy, they needed someone with a diploma in accounting, but with a driver's license. They employed someone from Kweru, didn't have a driver's license, but that job requisite needed a driver's license. That guy got that job permanently. He was being driven wherever he was going. That guy got employed in 3 months' time. He bought a car, a very nice car, without a driver's license because he think he was a boss even in the road. He was involved in a car accident, he died. Who killed him? That's the company who employed him without a driver's license, working on a job that wanted a driver's license.
Okay, so Mr. Dube, it's so nice. We are meeting at iRock Lodge, ne? So I want to understand from your own perspective, what's different in iRock Lodge from these other industries?
One thing that I've realized at iRock Lodge, we were just talking to the staff. I had someone who's speaking Shona, someone who is Nambia, someone who is Tonga. So I recognize there's inclusivity.
Yes?
When I'm saying local, I don't say people should employ Nambias or Tongas because they are the original people of this land. I'm saying anyone who was born in Victoria Falls belongs to local,
Yes.
in my own understanding. And I'm a former teacher. I saw my former students here.
Yes.
That's why I'm impressed. So they respect locals.
Uh-huh.
That's what I've seen.
So you can actually recommend Iroc Lodge to the youth out there, to the youth in Victoria Falls. You can try Iroc Lodge.
I was the director of the ceremony. That's why I've encouraged people to support this lodge. As long as they employ locals in my own language, they deserve to be supported.
Yes.
Because if they are supported, they will also plow back to the community by employing locals, regardless of their political affiliation, regardless of their background, regardless of their religion, regardless of their tribes, regardless of whatever affiliation you may think of.
Yes.
To me, as long as they are local, they deserve to get a priority and a first preference.
Okay, so under the Next Up podcast and Danica Studios, which actually deals with the youth. So what message do you have for the youth out there? Should they continue focusing on their dreams? All those things. What message do you have to the
The
youth?
message that I have to youth in Victoria Falls, they should register to vote. Number one. Number two, they should vote for leaders, not looters.
Yes?
Victoria Falls is the only city on earth without a youth center. The only
Yes,
youth center
yes,
that
yes,
we have in Victoria Falls are nightclubs. Nightclubs give birth to shapins. So that's where our youths are destined to go. So they need to vote for leaders, not land barons and looters, who will know that youths need youth centers where they will practice their skills. Because life is evolving. It's not everyone who earns a living from academic. It's not everyone who is academically good, gifted to earn a living from that. But people who earn a living from their own talents. I'm a living example. I think I'm fortunate because academically I was good, but I'm not earning a living from any of my academic history, but I'm earning a living from my own talent. For me to sharpen my talent, I need a youth center. So we can only have those things if we have leaders in Victoria Falls. As of now, we don't have a leader in Victoria Falls.
You have looters.
We have looters.
Okay, so before we end this whole thing, you have to understand that Iroc Lodge is under Mr. Chambo. A lot of people know Mr. Chambo. So what are your views about Uchambo in general, not Lokozanin, the lodge, Uchambo in general?
Unfortunately, there's nothing that I know about him generally. But what
Thank
I
you
know is, yes,
Thank you for your honesty.
Yes,
Thank you.
I know
That
nothing
one
about
I have
him.
to check.
Yes. Yes, I know nothing about him.
All right.
What I know is Iroc Lodge. That's what I can testify. Basing on what I've seen so far. I've been here for an hour or two. What I've seen, that's what I'm commenting on. Wouldn't want to go further and deeper to comment on what I don't know. It will be unscientific.
Thank you, Mr. Dube. Thank you. Lundota phela uyatholakala kubo SABC1, uyatholakala kwindawo eziningi. Uyagcina sesicharger for overtime. So, allow me to close this show. Bafethu, badala bami, my youth, you can join us again. Go Next Up podcast. You can join us again. Go Danica Studios page. It's your boy A Flip, Incha going up. Do you know why? Because life is like chopsticks. Sometimes I stop in next unless you go together.